Hi guys, just a quick video to show you how to collect all of your XP, upload your roster, so that the next time we print out your battle sheet, it is ready to go, and it will have all of your new upgrades on it. So go to Administratum, onto Campaigns, and then into the Roll the Dice Armageddon. And if we go into Games now, you'll see a nice history of all the games. So we're missing one upload. I'm not sure that'll come in good time. So what you'll need to do is, if your opponent's already submitted your game, you'll see you'll have a pending approval, and you can go on and click, yep, I'm happy with those scores, that matches my recollection. What you then need to do is find your game from the list of games, and then hit Submit Army. And then from here, you select all the units that fought in the battle. So for me, it was Zephyrix, Kazakat, my Warlord, the Dust Wardens, who are my Rubrics, my Obsidian Herd, my 9-ton Crow, and the Warp Flame Flock. And then hit Next. Now with all of them selected, hopefully you'll have kept up with all your tallies. So, and you can't see it, but in front of me I've got all of my pieces of paper with my bits on it. So I know that Zephyrix, he only killed one, but he did achieve an agenda because he killed someone with a psychic ability, so that gave him an extra 2 XP. In addition to that, he did collect some scrap, so he got 2 XP for that. And he was also my target for Marked for Greatness. He wasn't destroyed, and that leaves him on a healthy 8 XP. Kazakat, my Warlord, had a blinder of a game. Doesn't like orcs, it would seem. And he killed 3 units. This means that on his agendas, he did kill 2 units with psychic abilities, so he gets the maximum points there, which is 3. He also completed Assassinate, which is kill the enemy character for 2 XP. Because it was the Warlord, it's an additional 2 XP. And he collected some scrap, so the victor bonus gives him another 2 XP. He wasn't marked for greatness, he wasn't destroyed. On to the Dust Wardens. They're there to protect my characters. So they were looking after Zephyrix. So they didn't really get a lot done. They just got shot by killer cans and charged by killer cans. The Obsidian Herd, again, they were there to funnel all of the XP into Kazakat, the should-be demon hunter. The last character in my army is my 9-ton Crow, the Zangor Shaman. He did kill a unit. It was with a psychic attack, so he gains 2 XP for that. And in addition, he did collect some scrap. So he gets another 2. Into a nice healthy total of 5. My Zangors, again, they're there to protect the 9-ton Crow. So they didn't get any kills. And then once you're happy with that, wonderful. I'm just going to show you what happens if they were destroyed. So let's say my Rubrics got destroyed. You would then select whether they passed their out of action test, so that's where you roll the dice, and if you get a 1, he gets a battle scar. And then you can save the battle scar in here. So put the name of it and then the description, and those are available in the back of the Armageddon book. They weren't destroyed, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to leave one in. So let's say they've got disgraced, no longer marked for greatness, and I'm doing this from memory, so if it's not right, apologies. And cannot be attached to units or use stratagems. Stratagems? Be alright. So that's pretty bad for a bodyguard unit. So then we hit next, and then it's going to give you the overview. And yeah, we're happy with this. So Zephyrix got 8, Kazuket 11, everyone else got 1, and then you can see that battle skull. And then we submit, and now the game has been recorded. So if you click now, go to roster, you get to do all the upgrades. So if you go into your units section now, that's interesting, shouldn't be on -1. Into your unit section, you can see there's a little gift next to Zephyrix and Kazuket. So you click here, and it will go into their page, and they've got unclaimed battle honours. Wonderful. So I'm going to claim this, and I rolled for my battle traits on the table for the Boons of Siege, which are here. So you roll randomly, and then you get a random boon. So I got for this fella a 1/1, which means that it adds 1 to advance and charge rolls for this unit, which not bad, but not brilliant considering they aren't melee. And then you pay for it with unclaimed battle honor, and then that gets posted on. And now next time when you print out your sheet, it will have your battle trait, and you'll also see that my crusade points have gone up by 1. And that's this one done. So now I'm going to go back to my roster, and we're going to go to Kazuket. He also has an unclaimed battle honor. He also rolled on the table for Boons of Siege, but he was slightly better in his rewards, although I'm struggling to find it. Oh, there it is. So he got stuff. So Aura of Illusion. There we go. And then at the end of the battle, I have a detachment rule called Plots and Schemes. All of my sorcerers are vying for different options, different paths for Ascension, and they are squabbling as to who is going to be the best next Magnus. Essentially, I take a leadership test, and at the end of it, if I pass it, I get to give my character 1 law or 1 arcana, or if it's my warlord, both. So because I've used my warlord here, I'm just going to add a note here, add note, text note, law points, and arcana. So I got 1 law and 1 arcana. There we go. And then that is the post-game admin done. What you can then go on to do is look at your requisitions. And they are going to be in the Crusade book or in the back of your codex. And some of them you can do after battles. So looking at the Dust Wardens with their lovely little battle scar, it's vitally important for me that my bodyguard unit can be an attached unit. So I only go into them and I can spend a requisition. And here I'm looking at repair and recuperate because I really don't want that battle scar. So I'm going to spend my 1 requisition point to remove the battle scar. And it's going to take away disgraced. There we go. So they are no longer scarred. Brilliant. And if you go back to your dashboard, you will see that my requisition points have gone down by 1 to account for that cost. And then that is it. So if you wanted to, so for example, you might want to there's not really anything I can do, but for example, my army are focused on becoming demon points, and there is a destined ascension. And I could potentially do this now, but I don't have enough boons of siege. But essentially, when they reach certain criteria, I can spend 2 requisition points to replace that character with a demon prince, keeping all of its traits and upgrades. And that is it. Hopefully you all found that helpful. And give me a shout if you've got any questions. Thank you guys.